That's all we've been told that we have been dug.
Where
8
is
miles.
that equation derived from? Like,
Well, is there any math students here? Because if there's a 24,901 equator, then what would be the formula for curvature? What would be the formula? We came up and we agreed on 8 inches times a mile squared. Whatever the formula is, you go figure it out and test it for yourself.
What do you guys need? I feel bonded.
The horizon is always at your eye level, no matter how high you go. That's a property of perspective.
Eating a guy to like prevent starvation. Something that you never forget.
You too. Thanks for stopping.
I'm gonna come back. Yeah, it's.
thank you so much. Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome.
You have a great day.
Thanks, you too.
I don't know how you got that.
You ever hear about the flat earth? You have a question? No, come on. Look at it and ask me something. It doesn't hurt. Information and knowledge does not hurt you.
She can't do that. So if she does, I'm going to say something.
It can't hurt you. Did you know this is the map that we use? All these world organizations use the flat earth map, but they leave off Antarctica because Antarctica goes around the outside edge. North Pole's in the center. See, so they know something they're not telling us, right? So here we have Chicago across 60 miles of Lake Michigan. According to the formula, that should be down 2,400 feet. That's like a 240-story building. But we can see it right there. When you study perspective, you realize that there's a vanishing point. And when you only have 2 planes, the sky and the water, you get a vanishing line. So when ships go over the curve, what they're doing is really going into the vanishing line. And that's exactly what the sun does. When it sets, it goes into the vanishing line. It's just going away from you. It's not going up and down. Colleen's getting smart. Ever hear of flat earth?
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
You think it's stupid? You didn't look into it. Do you want us to look at the evidence to flat earth? I can answer your questions. Go ahead, you can take a picture. It's okay. Take a picture and look up this stuff here at the bottom. FlatEarth101.com is our website. I'm on there and you can look it up. You'll get everything that's on the banners when you see this video, 200 proofs. Ask questions, don't ever stop asking questions.
I know.
Good job. Do you have one right now? I can answer it.
No, I don't.
This is the flat earth map. North Pole's in the center. Antarctica goes all the way around the outside edge, and that's what they leave off of all these World Organization logos.
Okay.
They don't want you to know it goes around the outside edge.
They censor it in the books?
You bet.
Really?
Yeah, look. All these books were written by doctors and scientists, physicists about the flat Earth and the electromagnetic properties, like Tesla.
So is it just the schools that censor it?
The government.
The government?
But the government's in control of the schools.
Okay.
You know, the Federal Board of Education.
Yeah.
They don't allow all this stuff to be taught.
Now what do the satellites do?
Oh, here?
Oh, yeah.
Well, they aren't pointing up.
They're not?
They're pointing to ground-based towers.
Hmm.
Ah.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah, we don't think that there is any...
Now, why would they lie?
Okay. Well, did you know the kings didn't want the serfs to read? Did you ever hear that?
No.
Yeah, well, the kings didn't let the slaves read because educated people are hard to control. And the purpose of government is to control the mind. So if they can make us stupid, we're easier to control because we vastly outnumber them. And we could easily take that over.
Yeah.
But they don't want that. They want to do what they want to do.
Yeah.
And get all our tax money for teaching lies in the schools.
Is there other things we're being lied to, or is it just this?
Oh, everything. Everything.
What? Name some things.
Oh, well,
Taking a selfie.
all right, so you're going to say I'm a conspiracy theorist, but did you ever
No,
look?
I'm just asking you.
Did you ever look into 9/11?
Kind of.
Have you seen Loose Change?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That was definitely an inside job. I spent like 2 months studying that with a group of friends. Have a good day, guys.
You too.
And definitely, it was all contrived. Yeah, why would they do that to us?
I don't know.
Start a war.
Start a war, to have an excuse to go kill people. See, all these people in the government, they're like interbred. There's something wrong with them because they are descendants of the kings. And the kings were all very greedy and wanted to keep their money and their power, so they interbred. And all these people in control now are just descendants of that. So I think they lack something like empathy or, you know, one of those characteristics that makes us human. So that's why they don't care who they kill. They got the CIA as their hit team and they go out and kill people. So if you're going to be a teacher, don't tell anybody. If you come to know that this is true, don't tell anybody you know that. And then you'll get a good job. But then you have to live with yourself. So I choose to live with myself. Do you have a question? Or do you want to learn something? Or?
I'm just listening.
Oh, he's smiling. He's one of mocking me. He's ready to do it.
I'm here to hear what you like. What
Okay.
You have to say. This is like.
Oh,
You
did
know,
you see
you're-
the? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Did you see the Netflix documentary that just came out about like flat Earth?
Behind the curve?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm not so happy with the guy, Mark Sargent, on that.
Why?
And I told him so.
Really?
Because he did not really do what was right. He didn't stick up for us. And he was too lackadaisical about it. I nicknamed him Marshmallow on my channel. Yeah, so I don't like what he's doing, and I told him that he better straighten out because you can't be acting like that.
Well,
This
what
is
did he do?
well, just see, to somebody who doesn't know, it's like, you know, he's okay guy, but for us who know, we can see all the faults and we can pick those things out that he didn't say. Like Flat Earth Society, okay? That's a government-run organization. It's called Controlled Opposition. They have that there and think, people who don't know will go there and think, oh, Flat Earth, let me look it up. And then they put out stupid things on there. And then they'll say, oh, well, this is stupid. All Flat Earthers are stupid. I'm not going to do that
I know what you're saying,
anymore.
like he was like a bad representative.
He was a bad representative for us, yes. And I
forget,
told
why
him
did he
so.
Get so much attention.
Why does
Like,
he
why
have
did
so much
Why was
attention?
he like in the documentary? I forget.
Well, because he labeled himself the leader of the Flat Earth movement, and he's not. That we don't have any leaders. We're all individuals.
Interesting.
Yeah. So if you want to really know something about this, this is what you do. You go to this website, and on there is the 200 proofs Earth is not a spinning ball by Eric Dubay, and that will list out all the evidence. And then you have to research the evidence. You have to study perspective and learn about that. That's how our eyes work at a distance. And when you study all these things and put it together, like a true scientist does, they work from the evidence to the conclusion, right? So you have to look at the evidence first. And here's 200 proofs.
Why does it matter if the Earth is flat or round?
Well, first off, it's the lie. And once you realize the government is lying to us, then you figure out, well, what else are they lying to us about? And then if you have a child who's of military age, we used to have a draft.
Yep.
See? And then you could say, well, I guess I'm going to go to Canada because I'm not letting my son go off to a war that is for a lie. See? You can make better decisions for yourself, and you can protect your family.
Okay.
You know?
All right.
But if we all band together, if 51% of us, no, not even that, if we all band together and say we're not doing this anymore, then what are they going to say back to us?
Do you think that's honestly ever possible?
I do, or I wouldn't be here.
Okay.
Why would I do this?
What do you think, like, what personally do you think is the motivation to lie?
For them to lie?
Yeah.
It's power. They want power over us.
Well, just because they know.
Why does anybody lie? Tell me why does a guy lie to a girl and say, you're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen? Because you want something from her, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I
Without
could say
the
the
ring.
thing that I want from her. I could define it.
Well,
Like,
see,
what's the? Do you know? Could you like define what the thing is that the government wants by lying to
they
us?
want us to be servants for them. They want us to work for them and think that we're free when we're really not. That's
So
way
just
that way
simply,
they can control us.
So just simply like to have more information.
Yeah, they want to feel powerful. It's a power thing. They don't have that empathy. I think they're missing that gene.
I believe that. I don't know if I believe that the Earth is flat, but I definitely believe that they're lying about a lot of things. And
Well, this is one step further.
yeah.
Once you see this, all the other ones open up.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it to believe it, but I think that they are lying about a
So
lot of
get a
things.
6-pack, sit down and do 200 proofs
Okay.
with your friends,
Okay.
you know, and then start figuring it out.
Is it just the Earth that is flat, or are all planets flat?
I don't know about the other planets because they used to be called wandering stars till about 60 years ago.
And
They're just solid. I think they're like burned out stars or something, and they're just kind of moving around. But all the other stars are fixed in the dome.
the dome.
The dome. There is a dome. No, not that one. I have cards here with the dome. Oh, here it is. This is what I personally think it looks like.
Oh yeah, this was in that documentary.
And all the stars are fixed in there. That's why when this happens
Oh, so it spins
above us. Yes.
So the top is
But it's
fixed,
like a
the
Taurus
bottom is
field.
like this.
Like a planetarium.
It's a Taurus field, so it moves around. You know, it's hard to explain, but yeah.
Is there stuff outside the dome?
Water. Ancient writings say there's water.
Why would you believe those?
That's all we got right now. Nobody's ever been there.
What if they're lying?
Well, I don't know. Doesn't matter at this point. I'm just trying to get you to know that the Earth is flat and not a spinning ball. But you asked what was beyond the dome. They say it's water. I'm okay with that because it doesn't hurt anything to know that. And it makes sense if we live inside of a sphere, like a Taurus field sphere, and we're in there. That would make sense that it's a sphere because that would be the only thing that would be the right shape to keep the waters that wouldn't collapse. And aren't you a little small to be going here?
He's a freshman.
He's like, what? You're telling me the Earth is flat?
Yeah. Like what?
I've been lied to this whole time. His heart is breaking right now.
Oh. What? Where are you going? Where are you going, big boy?
Got class in a minute.
What time is it? Does anybody know?
It's 12:40.
12:40. Geez, I feel like I've been here 3 hours.
Have you been here 3 hours?
No. I guess I got here on campus at 11.
Have you convinced anyone?
That's not my goal, to convince anybody. I think I made a couple people think, and that's my goal.
Okay. So you're not trying to convince, you're just trying to make
No, I give them the evidence, and they have to think for themselves. Because if they can't do it now, they're going to be lost the rest of their life anyway.
because that defeats the purpose of the control. They can't think.
You have to think for yourself. Yep. You have to act on what you know.
It's just a life lesson you go.
Yeah, just think for yourself.
Yeah, I'm a pretty cool guy, aren't I?
We don't fall off.
I'm sure I'll think of things, but we'll be gone by then. So
Well,
again, we'll come back.
you know what? You can contact me through that website. They send me the
You said you have a
emails.
channel, like a YouTube channel?
Yeah, Maryland Spirit
Is that really
Level.
like we're putting right now for that?
Yes, I am.
What is it?
Maryland Spirit Level.
I'll probably check it out.
Yeah,
It's a YouTube channel or like
YouTube.
a podcast? Oh, okay.
YouTube. Every Sunday morning I've been doing live streams. Just for the past 3 weeks though.
Do you only go to Westchester? Or, like,
Oh
do you
no,
go to
I've
other
been to
campuses?
Temple in Philadelphia. I've been to, Ursinus is a private campus, so I can't go on there. But even I graduated there, they still won't let me on. Been to Penn State Ambler. Been to 4 community colleges in the area. Thank you, darling.
Wait, what is it again? How you spell it? Your YouTube channel.
Maryland
Oh, okay.
Spirit Level. Hi.
Hello.
Did you ever hear this before?
No.
No? That's crazy. Everybody knows about this. Have a good day, guys. So this is what they say is the flat earth, and I have this evidence here. I wanted to share it with everybody so you can make up your own mind. Let's see, this is the flat earth map, the best one we have. North Pole's in the center. Antarctica goes all the way around the outside edge. And all these world organizations use the flat earth map, but they leave off Antarctica. I don't think they want you to know that it really goes around the outside and it's not a thing at the bottom of the ball like that. See? So, based on a 24,901 equator, we have a curvature formula. So, there's Chicago across 60 miles of Lake Michigan. Shouldn't be able to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be hidden. Like, you should be looking through water to see it if there's really a curve.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Wait outside.
I'm gonna move over here to the shade. Whoop. I'm gonna move over here in the shade. Did you ever hear about this?
Yeah, I've heard that.
Got a question? Because the evidence points to it. You got to look at the evidence if you want to be a scientific mind. How's that? Can everybody see it? So this is the flat Earth map. North Pole's in the center. Antarctica goes all the way around the outside edge.
Okay.
And all these world organizations use the flat Earth map, but they leave off Antarctica. I don't think they want you to know it goes around the outside edge. Here we have Lake Michigan, and there's Chicago, 60 miles away. It should be hidden by 2,400 feet, according to the curvature formula. But we can see it right there, it's right there. So that shouldn't be. We're seeing too far for there to be a curve. See, if there's a curve, however far out you go, it's got to drop. But we're not finding that drop anywhere. So there's, of course, Caprea is 102 miles away, and we could probably see it from a lot farther away than that. You got crepuscular rays. The sun is very close and small.
I have a question.
Sure.
Didn't flat earthers do a laser test that proved the earth was round?
There's something about that, and that was not the conclusion of that. That was edited out. What it was is it detected the ether. The ether is the atmos that we understand, that this is just not, right here, what we're breathing, it's not a vacuum. There's a lot in it, and it carries sound waves. Sound waves cannot go over like emptiness, a vacuum. So this is like a fluid. So that's what it was detecting, that motion. That's because it was so sensitive.
So if the Earth is flat, how do you explain the rotation of the sun?
The sun rotates like this. The sun actually moves. See, with the heliocentric model, they say that the Earth moves, and that's what makes the sun appear, that the sun is the center and everything revolves around that.
How do you explain the other planets in their orbits as well?
That's heliocentric. Right there is heliocentric model.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
So if the Earth is flat, does that mean all the other planets revolve around that too, along with the sun?
No.
Or how do you explain
We
that?
live in a contained system, kind of like a snow globe. It's a big one, but it is like a snow globe, where there is a dome over it. All the stars are fixed in the dome. That's why we get the star trails right there. Let me get my pointer, I'm sorry. Good, how are you?
Good, thanks.
So that's why we get this, star trails, where Polaris is fixed in the middle and everything else is making concentric circles. But this would not produce that. That is reality for thousands and thousands of years.
How would that not produce it?
This would never produce that.
Why?
I'm not buying it, okay? This is something that you have to either accept or reject. If you think that this will produce that,
Why
then that's your choice. Why wouldn't it?
Why doesn't it prove? Like, why doesn't it?
In order for you to understand or believe that this, where everything is moving, like the Milky Way and the sun and the planets and all these orbits and all this stuff is happening at the same time. If you're accepting that, and then you're going to say, but this is reality, I just don't accept that.
Well, why isn't it reality?
Why isn't
That's
it?
my question.
Okay, because the heliocentric model is a lie. That's why it's not reality. The heliocentric with the globe is a lie. And that's a psyop they're doing on us, so we obey whatever they say, because if they can fool us, they can rule us.
Why is it a lie?
You gonna play 20 questions with me? I want an intelligent question.
Do you think the Earth is a cube?
No, all I know is that it's, well, hey, what do the Muslims go tramping around over there? They walk around a big black cube. That's what the Muslims walk around. So some people do believe that. Yes, so what are we going to do? We're first going to look at the evidence and see where it leads us. I do not believe we live in a cube. I think we live inside a torus field. Do you know what torus fields are? Electromagnetic toroidal field. That's what I think we live inside. That really fits with the explanation of diamagnetism as a force which holds us down and not gravity. There. So we are in here like this. Okay? So when you see a ship go over the curve, what you're really seeing is it's going into the vanishing line. When you have two planes, the sky and the land come together, you get the vanishing line, like right here. The ships don't go over a curve, they just disappear.
It's called the horizon.
That's the horizon. That's correct.
Yeah, that's what's here.
Horizon means horizontal. I'm sorry?
That means it's round, because you can't see over
No,
the horizon. 'Cause
horizon means horizontal. Horizon line. Horizon is a line. And the horizon is always at your eye level.
You're wearing a round dirt.
Yes, I am right there. I bet you got one too. So look, horizon is always at your eye level. Why is that?
That's how you see.
That's how you see at a distance. So why don't we ever see anything go over, down, and around a curve? Why don't we ever see that curve? Why don't we?
You do if you go skydiving.
No, you don't. No, the horizon, even when you're skydiving, it's up here. The horizon is up here at your eye level.
Yeah, I guess.
But when you're
Always.
above it,
I'm sorry?
But what happens when you're above it? And what about pictures from space? Are those fake?
I don't think you can ever go above the horizon level, the horizon line. We have a guy who's a pilot on a commercial airline, 37,000 feet. He took a video. Horizon was right up there. That's 7 miles. So the sun could be as close as 10 miles. You have to figure it out.
Wait, you saying the sun's 10 miles from Earth?
It could actually be that close.
Wouldn't we be like dead?
No, because it's not burning plasma. The sun is, I'm going to say that the sun is a filament because there's free-flowing electricity with the electromagnetic torus field. And I think that's what powers the sun. And the moon is also, but the moon gives off a cold light, whereas the sun gives off a radiant heat.
Yeah, but it's like 70. I'm like low-key sweating bullets. Like somewhere 10 miles away. Like.
Yeah, but see, that's because in your mind you think it's really big and it's really hot. What if it's cold?
I mean,
What if it's like a halogen light?
If it was cold, then we'd probably be like dead.
What about a halogen light bulb?
Yeah.
They are not burning hot, all this stuff, right? So it could be like that.
by nuclear reactions.
Yeah. How do you explain night and day?
Yeah.
The sunlight can only go so far, okay? It does not go infinite. So if the sun is over here, like near Australia, we wouldn't be able to see it over here. You can actually tell how far the sunlight goes by the 24-hour sun, the Arctic Circle, when it's June 21st. June 21st is the summer solstice, and that is when the sun is closest to the North Pole. And you will be able to see the sunlight over at the other side of the Arctic Circle. That's how they figured out what that was. Okay, that's 24-hour sun up there then. So that's how far the sunlight will go, the width of the Arctic Circle.
Can you climb the Arctic Circle?
Well, this is Tropic of Capricorn. I mean Cancer. Tropic of Cancer. Arctic Circle is in here.
Okay.
Let me see if it's on this map. La 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 la. Yeah, it's probably like here. Right up here in Alaska. Arctic Circle, it hits Alaska. Is Mars? The only thing you can see is 2 dimensions in a telescope. You cannot see if it's 3-dimensional.
But why would they tell us it's a circle if it's not?
Government. Control the mind. That's what it means.
It's not that big of a deal.
Well, that's because you haven't paid like taxes and you haven't tried to live your life. You're still young.
I pay taxes.
Do you want to hear my answer?
Give me all my money back.
Do you want to hear my answer or not?
Sure.
Okay. You guys are still young. You're still very young and you haven't lived your whole life. So there's a lot of things that they're trying to control you with. So for them to get away with what they're doing, like getting us off the gold standard, putting in the Federal Reserve Bank, and making us all into slaves. We are not free men. No, see, you have to understand these things, and I've lived a whole lot longer than you, so I'm telling you all this stuff. And when you start to think about it, and when you get in the world and you get a job, and you say, why am I doing this rat race? Then you'll think about this day, and you'll say, now what does she say in here?
Well,
But that's the truth.
that has nothing to do with the earth. I mean, things cost money. You have to work in order to live your life.
What if I told you there was free?
Government forever.
What if I told you there was free electricity?
Okay, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Why would they tell us the earth is flat? Well, why would they tell us the earth is a ball if it's flat? Like, there's no...
Because the kings didn't want the serfs to read, because educated people are hard to control. It's about control. Now just think for a sec. Try to think. Try. Try. Okay?
I'm thinking.
Educated people are hard to control. They say no. We are not doing that. We're not doing that. And they want us to do whatever they say. So in order for us to be controlled by them, they have to fool us so they can rule us. Like a king rules the slaves. That's what they want.
I'm not a slave, bro.
Yeah,
So they put on this lie about this spinning ball. Yeah.
All of us are slaves?
Yep.
I don't think so. I think I'm here on my own.
Yeah, that's what you
my
think.
Choice.
Until you.
No one's told me I had to come here. No one told me I had to get an education.
Wait till you get in the world.
Well, I know plenty of people who are successful on their own without college.
I know. So then have a nice day. See ya.
But that has nothing to do with the earth being flat.
Don't you care about being told the truth? If you get married and your husband goes out with the guys, do you want him to tell you the truth? Say, I was with the guys, or do you care if he was banging your neighbor? I mean, you have to ask these questions. Do you care?
I'm so confused how this all got
Yeah, do you care about truth? Do you care about truth?
Yeah.
You do care about truth.
But I want to know how the government has to do with the earth.
I'm telling you that this is the truth, and you're saying you don't care. Why does this matter?
I do want to know why it matters.
All right,
But
so then let's
talking to me
look.
about my husband
Let's
cheating
talk
on me,
about
me
what's on
being
the
a
banner.
slave. Okay, let's talk about it.
All right, ask me a question about anything on the banner. He lives in Thailand. He's an American who lives in Thailand. Why is he? I don't know. Maybe he didn't like the government over here.
If the sun is above the disk, then why does it appear to go below the horizon instead of just getting smaller and smaller?
Because that's a property of perspective. It's not going down, it's going away. And when it gets really close, did you ever see the moon? What do they call that? When the moon gets as high as a big pizza pie. There's a song about it, the moon being enormous. And sometimes you look at the moon at the horizon, it looks huge. But then 20 minutes later, when it gets past a certain level, it gets small. And that's what happens is when the sun is going away, it comes down into the lower atmosphere and it gets magnified. And then as it keeps going, it appears as though it goes lower. But it's really just going away. It's a property of perspective. And that's something that you have to study to understand that. I spent 2 weeks on perspective alone.
So would being at a higher or lower elevation change that perspective?
No, the sun and the moon both go around us and stay at the same height, except I think they get lower when they're in Capricorn because the dome goes down, and I think they come off of the height of the dome.
Oh, wait. Would you be able to see more or less? Would you be able to see
Someone
the sun
gets it.
better or worse? If the sun's going away from you over the horizon, would you be able to see it better or worse from a higher or lower elevation?
There's something called angular resolution. So, all right, now tell me what this says on here. You can't read it, can you? Because it's at a different angle. But if this goes down, now you can read it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the water is the same way. It has a reflective property because of the angle that you're looking at. That angular resolution prevents you from seeing all the way down to the ground level. I have a video on that on my channel about Atlantic City, New Jersey from Wildwood.
I have a question. How do you explain the different time zones?
Time zones?
Yeah.
Well, that's no different than what we have now. All they did was take the pie and cut it up in pieces.
Yeah, but if it's flat and the sun's above, then the sun would be shining everywhere.
No, it only goes it can only shine as far as the Arctic Circle. That's the distance it can shine.
Why is it daytime in some places but not in others?
Because the sun can only shine so far. It's like a flashlight, more so. And then it reflects off the dome. The dome is like fiber optics, so it will carry the light with it so far.
So the sun just goes up?
Around, just around and around like a circle. Look up something called quantum physics. A super chilled disk can go in perpetually around, following a metal track.
But you said the sun was only 10 miles above the Earth, right?
That's my guess.
So do you believe in like spaceflight and stuff or no?
No.
So you don't believe like...
I think NASA is a propaganda machine.
So what about like...
Look at this, look.
No, like what about like even... Not
Right here.
NASA, not NASA, but like a regular SR-71 Blackbird which flies 18 miles above the Earth's surface.
I
Which
kind
isn't
of,
NASA at all.
it could be 18 miles, I don't know.
But you're saying, like,
I'm thinking that it's
so, but they took pictures.
lower.
So say the sun is. Like,
Well, I'll tell you what, the pictures are all computer generated.
no, I'm not like saying computer generated. I'm saying like they took like live footage. But you're defending your arguments without any proper evidence. You're just saying that things are government or.
No, you're asking me questions that have no evidence, so I'm just giving you my opinion. But if you want to ask about something that's on here,
Well, where did you get that information?
off of that video, 200 proofs.
I have a question.
Okay.
Is that a 24-hour cycle, like with the sun and moon, like perfectly every single time?
No, because the moon, it takes 28 days, and the sun goes every day. So, yeah, it's
So then
different.
wouldn't the sun catch
And you
up
know
to
the moon crosses the equator 26 times a year?
I didn't know that a lot. Yeah.
Did you know that?
Then what explains the phases of the moon? If they're both, are they?
Aha! Here we go. The phases of the moon are not caused by a shadow from the Earth.
Attention everyone, the Earth is actually a cube.
It's not.
Do you know what?
I have
You can make up a banner.
Excuse me, I'm
And
talking.
no, you can make up a banner and go
The Earth
over
is a
there
cube,
and preach whatever
and-
you want.
And
But this is my banner,
it's actually
and
made
you can't
out
go
of
here.
sponge. So it's you ever seen SpongeBob? Yeah, sort of like that consistency.
Okay.
Yeah. But don't ask me about anything that I didn't just say, because then I would have to get actual evidence, and I don't want to do that. Yeah. Anything that I put on my own banner. That's the only thing you know. Is, yeah. It's from that website. Nobody else.
If you become a teacher, you are personally responsible for teaching the truth to those children.
Good thing I will not be a teacher. I'm just using your logic.
No, you're not.
I'm just choosing
You
your
don't have
logic.
any clue.
I don't.
No, you don't. Somebody have a question about the banners?
No, I'm wondering about.
No, I wouldn't talk in front of her either.
I'm just confused about the stages of the moon. Like, what were you saying?
Well, it's not caused by shadows from the Earth.
Yeah, it's not caused by the.
No.
It's caused by the sun on the angle of which it reflects against the moon.
Yeah. Well, no.
Yeah.
I think there's no. It's not a reflection of the sunlight either.
It's a solar eclipse or a lunar eclipse. That's
There's a
what
lot
you're
to
saying it
do.
would
Have
be
you studied
every
the
single day?
eclipses? Have you studied the eclipses at all?
Class, yeah.
In class. Okay. Have you studied like why it went from west to east and the width of the umbra and the penumbra and all those things connected with the eclipses, like the shadow on the ground. That's the penumbra and the umbra. Yeah. There's a lot to that, and there's guys in our community that I can direct you to if you really are interested in that. I don't get that deep into that.
Neither do I, because I don't
Okay.
pay attention to the shadows that much.
Yeah, well, I think that there might be something with the moon.
So,
As
like,
far
would you say,
as-
like, the sun and the moon are at the same height in the sky. then?
No, it's not a reflection. No.
Why does the sun appear to get smaller?
It's not a reflection. It's more an anode-cathode thing.
Can you
Yes.
tell me what that is?
Well, it's like a positive negative electrical charge. And I think that when this comes up, the electromagnetic force comes up, it goes through the sun and then it goes through the moon. And that's what I think it is. It's like a anode-cathode kind of a situation. Now, can I do any more explanation than that? Probably not at this point.
Yeah, besides,
Yeah.
cathode doesn't mean anything.
Positive, negative, like on the battery, positive, negative.
Yeah, just like.
Yeah, that's more, okay.
You said the sun's like 10 miles away, like roughly, give or take.
That's my educated guess.
Yeah. Why did it snow?
Why does it snow?
Yeah. It'd be like heckin' hot, somewhere 10 miles away.
Well, you know, it's just whatever you see now, you're experiencing on a flat Earth. So it is the way it is right now.
Like, do you know how warm the sun is? Like, it's really warm.
Yeah, but the sun, when it's in Capricorn, when it's down here, when it's in Capricorn, it's going around here. So it's far enough away that it's cold.
I have a question.
Okay?
So if all the pictures and like videos of the Earth is, you know, a ball, how do you explain that?
Like these on the website, on NASA website?
Yeah.
Okay, so those are all computer generated.
How do you explain the?
Because we have forensic.
Videos too.
We have forensic guys in our community, and they have these programs where they can take apart a picture.
Yeah, but like, what about the videos? Like, you know how sometimes NASA goes live.
Yeah, well, you know, NASA, Walt Disney was on the first board of NASA. Do you know who Walt Disney was?
Yeah.
He was Mr. Fantasy himself.
Yeah.
Kubrick was the guy who did the moon landing. Somebody else said yeah, but no. It's not real. They never landed on the moon.
The space station.
The ISS live feed?
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Is that just live Photoshop?
It is. It's just baloney. Did you ever see the clouds move?
Yeah. I actually searched it
No.
up yesterday. They moved.
No.
How do you explain seasons?
It's the distance of the sun from us.
Sun goes up and down.
No, close and far.
Close and far. Like
Yes.
when it rotates
Come here.
around?
Look. Here we are. We're right here. We are above Cancer. You see? This is the United States.
No, it's not.
This is United States.
That's Africa. Yeah, it is. All right.
Okay, so we're like in here.
Uh huh.
So when the sun is in Cancer, this is our summer.
Okay.
When the sun is down here in
How
Capricorn,
does it just? So it just moves out and.
there's an ancient book called Enoch, not in the Bible. It's
I'm
not in the
gonna look that
Bible.
up. Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
I
and
didn't
it
read the
talks
Bible
about
either.
the gates of the sun, how it moves, and then it goes down a farther way, then it stays there for 3 days, and it comes back.
For 3 days.
Yeah, it's here 3 days and here 3 days, and then it goes down and it goes through the gates. And I don't understand that either.
Change every 3 days.
No,
Like, that doesn't
it's
make
up
sense to
here.
me.
June 21st, it's here.
Okay.
Then it goes down to the equinox, which is equal day, equal night. That is March and September 21st. Okay? Then it's down here, December 21st. That's our winter, because we're up here, right? And this is down here now. So the sun is moving. We aren't. The Earth is stationary. The sun is what's doing the moving. See, with the heliocentric model, it's opposite. The sun is stationary, and we revolve around that. But this is opposite of that. So you have to figure out which one is true.
I think I know which is true.
Well, that's your opinion. I think this is true. Because look at what they give us, all this garbage. And look, centrifugal force. You know what centrifugal force is?
Please explain to me.
All right. Centrifugal force is when you have this Earth and it's spinning 24,901 is the equator. So that means it's spinning 1,000 miles an hour because we have a 24-hour day.
Yep.
Okay? So if this thing is spinning 1,000 miles an hour at the equator, how come we don't weigh less at the equator?
Why would we?
Because of centrifugal force. Did you ever see that at the playground, merry-go-round, where you sit, the girls will all get on it, and the boys spin it really fast and you fly off? That's centrifugal force, is the force that pushes you away from a spinning object that you're on.
Because of gravity. But you do weigh less than the equator.
No, gravity does not exist.
Oh, wait, then how are we supposed to? It's just in, guys.
Yeah.
How do you I just can't. Right now. How do you explain it?
You can't think? What?